What if writing wasn't something you had to force yourself to do? What if it flowed naturally, like water, effortless, and unstoppable? Right now, writing might feel like a struggle, like something you have to wrestle with. But that's not the truth. Writing, at its core, is an extension of thought, a stream that moves when you let it. Today, we're going to remove the resistance and let creativity flow naturally. This is the final step in the process, the moment where writing stops feeling like work and starts feeling like breathing. Before we can unlock effortless flow, we need to pinpoint what's stopping it. Go ahead and ask yourself these questions. Bring it to mind as much as possible. What does writing feel like to you right now? Heavy? Forced? Unclear? Where does the resistance come from? Is it doubt? Overthinking? Fear of getting it wrong? What happens when you sit down to write? Do you freeze? Do you distract yourself? Do you feel overwhelmed? Now look deeper. What are you afraid will happen if you just start writing? That it won't be good? That you'll get stuck? That you'll prove to yourself you're not good enough? These thoughts are illusions. Flow is already in you. The only thing keeping it locked away is hesitation. And today, we're going to break the lock. Go ahead and close your eyes. You're walking through a vast underground chamber. It's silent, but the air is thick, as if the walls themselves are holding their breath. Scattered across the floor are sealed jars, hundreds of jars. Their glass is fogged over, and their contents are unclear. You reach down and touch one. The glass hums beneath your fingertips. Inside, a swirl of ink begins to move. The lid loosens on its own. And as it lifts away, ink surges out, not in chaos, but with purpose, rising into the air, shaping itself into sentences, paragraphs, ideas. One by one, the other jars begin to open. Their contents lift and expand, words forming effortlessly in the space around you. The room is no longer still. The room is alive. The ideas were never gone. They were never lost. They were waiting for you to release them, to let them take form, to allow them to exist. This is not a graveyard of forgotten thoughts. It's a vault of potential. And now, it's open to you. Go ahead and close your eyes once more. You're standing in front of an old stone door, thick and unyielding. Words are carved into its surface, thoughts that have held you back. It has to be perfect. I don't know what I'm doing. I'll do it later. You run your fingers over the rough surface. The words are deep, rigid. They feel permanent. But they aren't. You press your hand against the door. The carvings flicker, then fade. The stone softens beneath your touch. And with a deep breath, you push. The door swings open, and on the other side is an open space. Calm, endless, and waiting. There are no walls, no restrictions, just freedom to create. You step forward. Nothing is holding you back anymore. And now imagine yourself standing before an immense still lake. The surface is smooth, untouched, reflecting the sky. You take a step forward and dip your hands into the water. The surface ripples, expanding outward, setting everything in motion. The lake is no longer still. It's alive, moving, responding. The movement spreads. The water shifts, carrying something beneath the surface. You watch as words, images, entire stories rise up, as if they'd always been there, just waiting for the surface to break. Now you step forward. The water doesn't resist you. It carries you. You're not pushing against it, not forcing yourself to move. You're floating, carried forward effortlessly. The deeper you go, the more words emerge, appearing without hesitation, without force. There's no pause, no pressure, no second guessing, only motion. You're not separate from the current. You're part of it. The flow has always been there. Now you're moving with it. Ultimately, at the end of it all, your brain follows the reality it believes in. Here, your creativity is a river. The more you trust it, the stronger it flows. Tonight, before bed, visualize yourself writing fluidly, effortlessly. Feel how natural it is. Repeat this phrase. Writing is easy. The words are always there. It's also helpful to set your intention. You could say, out loud, tomorrow I'll create with ease. My writing flows like a river. Each time you do this, you deepen the habit. Each writing session reinforces the new reality. Soon, there's no trying to write. There's only writing. There isn't a struggle. It isn't a battle. It's who you are. This is your future self calling. All you have to do is pick up